So welcome to this video on data integration as part of our course B01 on data management. So here we're talking about data integration. So there's different types of data integration. The two major options could be vertical integration or horizontal integration. So vertical integration is when we look for a single sample across different data sources that we have for that sample. So that could be looking at its phenotype and it's linking to the DNA sequence. And maybe we have other data, such as image data or gene expression data that could be for a single sample. And horizontally, we're looking across a single data set for a bunch of samples. So it could be a set of images, it could be a set of genome sequences, it could be a set of phenotypes, it could be many other things. So those are the two different ways. And we ought to be able to integrate data in both directions. And we're used to dealing maybe data in a horizontal format, but then linking it between across different data sets can be challenging at times. So you can see another example here where we have vertical integration across different subsets of data, considering there's we want to integrate across the samples or animals we're looking at. We might want to be able to consider different subtypes of those particular animal cell lines or whatever that we're looking at, and be able to assess the data vertically across those different subtypes. So this data integration is what we'd like to do, but it requires planning, good data management, and adhering to data standards, and being able to link different data together. Together is where we want to be. So we can think about how we can take our data then. Now, if we have correct data management, that's much easier to present a clear story with that data, as you know. And if we want to make a strong scientific story, we typically have to integrate multiple different data sets. What's worth considering is that dealing with large-scale data sets require that have multiple layers and many samples, and particularly leverage existing published data, typically requires a reasonable competency in bioinformatics computational approaches. So this links to big data, and maybe we should not be distracted by hype about certain areas such as AI when we need to have better data management first. That's where we start with, and everything else stems from there. So how do we integrate data? Well, we can do it manually with spreadsheets, but a more easy way to do it is just to write some code to do that. And there are existing ways, particularly in the R and bioconductor environment, that we can talk about in the class and in the labs. And the existing ways for doing this, that for say for omics data, for image data, and flow data, integrating across these different scientific data types is maybe more tricky, but it is possible to link those data sets together and try to make inferences across them. Database and software tools can do this automatically to an extent, and linked diverse data sets already, and many websites and databases that use probably do this automatically. This is not easy, so data can be heterogeneous, and there's many different formats, structures, and standards. There's issues with quality and consistency, the scalability and performance, and then yourself. Can you write code to do this, and that will make it much more easy for you. And this is going to kind of generate ideas. So if you're trying to, if you could say, one set of 3 sets of data for the same set of samples, that is possible to integrate them, but there are quite a few steps involved in terms of transforming the data, scaling it, and appropriately mapping the features across these different dimensions, the red, green, and purple, and clustering and modeling it in the right way. However, with R, this is a list of unsupervised correlation methods for 2 omics data sets. So you can see that there are a range of methods and packages that offer ways of integrating data sets. So that's kind of where you'd like to be. Of course, it depends on what you're trying to do, but that is possible. But it's something that requires a reasonable level of competency in terms of people's computational skills. So that concludes this part on data integration.